respect.
Before the arena lights shine, before the crowds fill the stands, it begins with a dream. A kid who watches, a coach who believes, a player who inspires.
Adoni playing with Adoni's double filer.
A practice becomes a passion, a player becomes an inspiration, and a fan begins to dream. Rides can wait, meetings can wait, because moments like these don't.
Woo!
Basketball isn't just played inside an arena. It lives on dusty courts, in crowded streets, in homes gathered around the screen. It's in every neighborhood, bringing strangers together, turning quiet moments into unforgettable ones. Every game, every story, every fan, across nations, only on Okapi.
I mean, both of these teams coming out of 5-game series with their very mighty opponents. I mean, Rake gave us a big show here against Patriots, and Patriots went all the way to game 5, lost 2 games in the middle, but then managed to edge it out at the end. Started strong, finished strong. APR, similar. Started off weak, and then picked up momentum as time went by. Both of these teams just strong in their own ways. I mean, that's why they made it to the finals anyway. So let's see. That right there, those two teams just bouncing the ball around, trying to get their rhythm as they test each other out. You know, the first game is like the first date. You're just trying to get to know this person. Just trying to ask them, okay, what do you like? Patriots can give a few answers to that. They can say, oh, we like transition ball. APR can give a few answers to that and say, oh, you know, we like our three-point shooting. And then, you know, what don't you like? And APR is going to say aggressive ball, because when you get aggressive with APR, they can crack. Patriots don't like set plays. I mean, every time you set a play against the Patriots and you just slow down the ball, then they crumble because they're not playmakers like that. But we're going to see how these two teams are going to fare against each other. It's not, you know, make or break in this first particular game. But as time goes by, then we're going to find out who exactly has championship mentality in them. What's up, Christine?
Hey, Tasha, how are you?
I'm well. It's good to see those wins and losses blank.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely going to be a very interesting matchup in terms of scoring. You know, when we look at APR, they've been scoring 91.8 points per game, while Patriots has been scoring 75. They've given away 71.2, while APR has given away 88.6. APR is definitely known to be more of an efficient three-point shooting team, and that shows in the stats as well with 30.5%, while Patriots only has 20.5%. But on rebounding, and that's definitely going to be a key factor in these games, they are actually not too far off from each other. The Patriots has had 36.4 rebounds per game, while APR has done 38. On blocking, you know, Garbachinka really owns the paint and really marks the rim quite a lot. And so it's not surprising to see the Patriots have 6.2 blocks per game, while APR has 4.4. But on assists, you know, Nore Habimana has been having a fantastic series and season, and Randall's also been contributing to that. So not surprising to see 19.6 for APR, with Patriots having 12. And on steals, Patriots steals more balls apparently with 6.8 to APR's stat.
That's correct. Right now is the team introductions. I mean, this this is going to be a series and a half. We have that man, Demaria Franklin from Chicago, is going to be playing on the Patriots starting five. And we have that man, Craig Randall. I mean, I talked to Craig during one of the press conferences and I asked him, what do you think that matchup between him and Demaria Franklin is going to look like? And he was like, he actually thinks it's going to be super cool to see two high-point scorers. I mean, Craig is currently the BAL scoring record champion. He has 54 points in the BAL. He had, I mean, more than 15 threes, and right here is the head-to-head comparison. These two guys are the ones who've been really the spotlight of this playoff series, and this man, Jeffrey Stubbs, he's had 28 minutes per game, while Craig has 27 minutes per game. I mean, that's pretty much the whole game, ladies and gentlemen, because the game has only 40 minutes. 17.4 points per game is what Jeffrey got, and 24 is what Craig got. 42% from the field. I mean, Jeffrey just having that edge over Craig Randall. 11.1% from the three. I mean, Craig Randall is just phenomenal from the three. He's been scoring almost 2.9 3 points per game over 10. 6 is what the assists Jeffrey Stubbs got. He's a pass-first kind of player. Not like Craig Randall, but still, just with a slight edge. 5.2 is what Craig got. Steals, 0.8, 1.4, not meaningful. 4 is the turnovers that Jeff had per game, and Craig 4.6. So, I mean, really, both these players turning over the ball similarly. I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how these two players match up. Jeff is just the more calm, relaxed, play-by-play, I'll burn my 24 seconds kind of guy. Craig is the guy who likes transition ball. He's going to go to the opposite side. He's going to get those fast shots. He's not going to wait for the defense to set. He's not going to wait for his guys to come collect the rebound. Why? He just believes that he can score the ball. So this is going to be one big show to watch.
You're right, Sasha, but I think it's also important to note that the role that Jeffrey Stubbs plays is very different from what Craig Randall is playing for APR, right? Randall is not under pressure to be creating those plays, even though we have seen him taking on kind of that dual role a little bit more. But Jeffrey Stubbs, that is what he's there for, right? Like, he is creating opportunities for others, but he's also taking advantage and making buckets whenever he sees an opportunity. And so it is definitely going to be a very interesting game to watch. As you were mentioning, you know, Demaria Franklin, yes, Craig currently holds the top
scoring record in the BAL.
But Demaria also just made the RBL. He broke the record. I think he scored 66 points in a game this season. So he's had a very interesting season. I mean, a little bit different in the series. We saw him score a lot more in the first couple of games than towards the end of the game. But you know, Jeffrey Stubbs has been very consistent, making those plays, creating opportunities for the team, and also scoring and keeping Patriots in the run. But yeah, we'll see how these two players play today and what approach they take.
That's right, and that right there on your screens, ladies and gents, is Jeffrey Stubbs, the man, the myth, the legend, and here is Craig Randall, and that right there is Demaria Franklin. I mean, these guys just looking so serious. If you can see the face of a player who's ready to win. I mean, there's a lot of the line here for Demaria Franklin. Why? He played 33.3 minutes per game on average. I mean, this guy just plays all the minutes in the game. Points per game, he had 19.6. From the field, he's been shooting 41%, which is very good. I mean, every 10 shots he makes He makes 4. And on the 3-point line, he's been shooting 24%, not his usual percentage. But I mean, let's see if we can up that this particular series against the Lions.
That's definitely a good question, right? I mean, we saw him score a lot more in the regular season. Like I mentioned, that those 66 points in one of the games. And he definitely did score quite well in game 1, game 2. But it seems like Reg kind of figured out how to control and contain him, and then that stopped him from scoring. So that's definitely an adjustment that they're going to need to make, especially now that they're playing against APR. Yes, it's their first time now in these playoffs that they're meeting each other. But in the same way that they have met before in the regular season and both won one game each by very small margins, right? By 2 and 3 points. But they've had the opportunity to watch what the other team did wrong, right? So APR, what mistakes were they making against Tigers? For Patriots, what mistakes were they making against Reg? And yeah, so.
And this right here is the lineup that Munyanda Mutsasani is going to be bringing here at BK Arena. Kigali Romero, Bruno Shima at 0002 is on the Obadiah Noel. I mean, this man, if he shows up, he's difference maker. Demario Franklin, number 3. 7 is Emmanuel Ishimwe. KD is what they call him. 10 is Garbachenko, the best big man in the league. I mean, arguably. If we're being honest here, 13 is Hubert Sajku. That man just has hands of steel. He does not sweat. Jeffrey Stubbs is 14. 15 is Olivia Kamalini, the experienced team captain. 23 is Richard Bizi Mungu. Didier Shama is 24. Hervé Hodal 34. And Goga Elias is 55. I mean, that's what Munyanda Mutsasani has decided to come up with here today.
Number 10, Cheetah Kennedy. Number 14, Tom Skipper.
And APR is going to be bringing James May Jr. as the coach. He's Arsenal today is William Robbins, the team captain. Number 6. 7 is Adonis Fowler. 8 is John Wick Mukama. 11, Jean Bourgeois. 12 is Greg Reynolds. The second, Nori Abimani is at 15. 21 is Axel Boyer, Justin Witonze, Mohamed Odiana, Tia Paulon, Duran Diaz, Osborne Shima are the lineup here for this team as we start off the game. The jump ball here won by Patriots basketball, and this is the start of the finals. I mean, come on. Is there any more of a special day than this? I don't know. Demario Franklin there, taking it out to Stubbs. Stubbs to Kamelindi. Ball, long ball. Up by Irakoze Hervé just finding his spot there in the paint. Patriots starting off this series with the first point. I mean, let's see if they're going to be able to finish strong. APR Alliance here. Starting off, Nhore Habimana driving it in, almost loses the ball and does lose it. And Demario Franklin there loses the ball to Tiafale Leonard on that run as he was going to attack. Tiafale Leonard comes down the middle. Axel Mpoyo at the baseline. Axel has been shooting like a superstar, and it lands for Axel Mpoyo. 3-2. 1 minute down.
Axel Mpoyo. I mean, it's so fascinating. Normally now we think about Craig Randall because he's the main 3-point shooter. But, before Randall made the 3-point record this year, it was actually Mpoyo that set it last year.
That's absolutely right. And APR Alliance starting to, get that pace that APR usually starts getting on. And once they start getting on that pace, I mean, we saw what happened to the RSSB Tigers in Game 5. Jeffrey Stubbs coming down the middle, driving it. And it's going to be an APR possession. Five to 2 is the score here as we're already down 1 minute and 30. Nori Habimana, Craig Randall, Diane, Axel Mpoyo, and TFL. The starting 5 here for. And that's Mohamed Diane coming down the middle. I mean, this guy has been a phenomenal addition in terms of bigs. I mean, APR traditionally have been using Israel Otobo, and previously even Chris Ruta was playing in that big position. Osborne Shima is also part of that position, but he's more of a scorer. And that right there was the pass from Demario Franklin that did connect to this man, Irakoze Hervé Hodal. 7-2 is what the score here is. And the Patriots usually not trailing at the start against APR, but I mean, not a great start here for the Patriots. APR just calm, cool, collected. You can see the look on that man's face. The BAL scoring record leader, Craig Randall II, gets the ball to the corner. Axel Mpoyo, Axel misses the shot. And it's going to be a foul there on Jeffrey Stubbs as he tries to drive there in between these two players.
It's a very interesting start to this game. I mean, you'll see that Patriots are being double or triple defended by APR and like really being put under a lot of pressure and being forced to make quite contested or could be contested shots. And that seems to be working in APR's favor.
That's right, and that right there was a block from that man, Mohamedou Diani, on Garbachinka. I mean, Patriots just not finding a scoring rhythm here early on. Axel Mpoyo again. Axel Mpoyo. I mean, this man reminding us why he was holding the record for 3 points made in the BAL right before this man, Craig Randall, came into the picture. I mean, just came and destroyed it absolutely with 54 points. But Axel Mpoyo is a phenomenal three-point shooter, and him showing up in this particular series has just been, I mean, just a special thing to see. I mean, the Patriots just not looking like the Patriots here in this first 6 minutes of the game, in this first 4 minutes of the game. A pass there to Tia Falalena that just couldn't connect. Damaria Franklin, long ball to Axel Mpoyo. Craig Randall driving it, kicks it out to Axel Mpoyo again. I mean, oh my God. Oh, this is not how you start a game. Axel Mpoyo. This guy already has 9 points. I mean, come on. What's going on?
Look, he's a very efficient player. I think Patriots needs to figure out their defense because right now, Axel Mpoyo keeps being found with no one defending him, and the ball is going to him, right? And he's in position, very calmly shooting, and it's nothing but net.
That's right. I mean, the conversation we're having right now is APR just seems to have specialists on their team. I mean, guys who can just do what they do. Axel Mpoyo is one of those guys. I mean, you're not going to get much from him on the defensive side, and probably not a lot of layups or dunks from him. But when he gets to his spot at the baseline or on that right side of the perimeter, I mean, this guy will just get points, and that's exactly what's happening here. Patriots just not finding a solution to Axel this first 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And if this continues, and APR realize that they can just get their specialists in, they're going to triple team you. They're going to put Uitonza Justar, they're going to put Axel Mpoyo, they're going to put DZA, Craig Randall in, and it's going to be raining threes in this arena. These guys just have to find a solution defensively where they're going to be having tight marking on these players, be physical with them, and that's the only thing that's probably going to work against APR here. 13-2 is the opening score here, man. Wow.
An 11-point deficit is crazy so early in the game.
It's ridiculous. Jeffrey Stubbs here, I mean, under pressure on that press. Long ball to Garbachinka. Ball to Jeffrey Stubbs again. Ball back to Damaria Franklin. Damaria Franklin looking for space, cutting down the middle, goes for the mid-range jumper, and it kisses the rim end out. I mean, no scoring with him here for Patriots in this first 30 minutes and 20 seconds. I mean, a tough place to start this game, and that's right there is Nori Habimana gets the ball to Axel Mpoyo. Swing ball is the name of the game here for APR. Ball to Craig Randall. Drives it down the middle, goes up and in. I mean, that guy, he's very sturdy while he's on he's in the air. I mean, every time I've seen him in a game and he goes up and he shakes up, he always gets it in. I mean, there's just a way that he keeps his mind steady while he's. And that right there is Jeffrey Stubbs starting to come through here for the Patriots. 4-15, 5 minutes and 45 seconds. I mean, what a way to start the first here by APR. They've just been finding solutions here for the. Oh no! I mean, wow! That's the Craig Randall we know.
That is Craig Randall that we know, and it's once he gets going, it's really trouble. You need to stop their momentum, and it seems like APR is doing a much better job at executing the plays that they have already decided on. The ball is flowing. The Patriots defense is clearly not working as much as it should be. We've just seen Tiafale Leonard Jr. being subbed out with Ndize coming in for him. But yeah, I mean, Patriots really need to figure out their defense. Otherwise, this deficit is growing. We're now at 14 points difference.
Yeah, at the start of the game, that's very dangerous. But if you look at what James May has done, I mean, this guy is a supreme coach. Garbachinka there going up and in, starting to get the rhythm here. Patriots on the scoring side. But as I was saying, I mean, James May is a very smart coach. When he's down, he's going to bring his guys who can chill. who can relax the game. But when he's up, he's going to look to take advantage of being up. And that's exactly what he's doing here right now by bringing Osborne Shima, who can shoot, Adonis Fowler, who was phenomenal in terms of scoring last game, and DZA. I mean, you already have 4 shooters in the game here early on. I mean, the strategy just seems we're going to score. And this is BK Arena, and that right there is that man, Craig Randall. He owns this place. I mean, those are the spots that he was picking here in the BAL finals just to win the game here over Petro de Luanda. And right here, he wants to look to win the finals here against the Patriots. I mean, Christine, tell me something about the Patriots and this young team that they have, and the fact that their superstars have not gotten experience at this high level of basketball, and how maybe that might be affecting them in today's game.
I mean, definitely, we've talked about this before, right? A lot of the players who play for Patriots as a team has been in the playoffs before, they've been in the finals before, they've won before, so there's nothing new about it for them as a team. But for the individual players, some of these players, this is the first time they're in a playoff in general, and definitely going to be the first time that they're in a finals. And, you know, that they need to be very intentional. It's very different from playing your regular season games where, you know, it's one game and then you get to recover with a couple of days. So I think that's the experience they're going to be learning now is, one, how to maintain momentum, get over the losses when you have those losses really fast, like be able to reset very quickly. But being young is not necessarily a bad thing. I think they have great energy. You'll notice, you know, APR very quietly is now in foul trouble, while Patriots actually doesn't have any team fouls at all. So they are quite disciplined. They just need to increase their offensive power and like start making those buckets.
Absolutely right. And right here is the Patriots trying to guard that perimeter that has been so dangerous here at the start of the game. And that right there is Craig Randall missing the ball. Shema Didier goes up and dunks it here. Shema Didier, 11-21. I mean, the lead coming down to 10 points. I mean, Patriots, they're not sweating this.
No. And I mean, it's very early, right? One of the things that we kept on thinking about in the series, in the semifinals, was you just need to be resilient. That's what I'm saying. Be able to reset. You can come back from whatever deficit. And we saw a couple of times that happen. You know, now we're at an 8-point difference. It's not crazy, right? They just also need to find their flow, execute the plays that they've already agreed. They know what APR is likely going to do. These are teams that a lot of the players they know, right? Even if we talk about the reinforcements that came from TFL Leonard Jr., Mohamedou, and Randall, you know the type of style of play that they're going to do. Anticipate, right? Like, how do you put your best foot forward, knowing what the strengths APR has, and then, you know, it can go in Patriots' favor. So, you know, there have been a couple of people that have been saying this is going to be a sweep. I respectfully disagree. I think that
it's going to be tough all the way through.
Absolutely. I mean, who would have thought that RBL this season, all games would get to Game 5? Not just the men's games, the women's games too,
games as
right?
well. I mean, those were so entertaining to watch.
Exactly.
I mean, one of my favorite players, Itala Lucas. I mean, shout out to her wherever she is. She's phenomenal at playing basketball. She forced the Game 5 together with Kambayolo.
I've loved Kamba. I've been watching her for a couple of seasons. I think she is a player that really makes an impact very quietly. But, you know, you feel her presence when she's on the team. But yeah, for any viewers, if you haven't been watching the women's playoffs, please do. They're just as entertaining, if not low-key more than the men.
I knew you would say that. 3 minutes and 52 seconds is all we have left. Patriots just picking up man defense here early on. Adonis Fowler, Craig Randall, the same squad that we left with. Here is the same team that's coming back. Hubert Sajkazer coming back in. He's trying to get some motion here in the game. Shema Didier, they're just not giving these guys space. Craig faking Shema Didier, trying to step back. Not getting any space from Shema. And there's going to be Craig there who, William Robbins fakes it. Tries to go up. Osborne Shima gets it to DZA. DZA who misses it. And it's going to be a foul on D. Frank. This is a first team foul and personal foul.
Very interesting. I don't think I'm used to seeing Daisaba onto the rim.
That's right. I mean, it shows that it shows you what Munyanda Mutasani just said during that first timeout. I mean, he's seen that they're getting punished on the perimeter, and that's what APR swears by. APR swears by the 3. So if you can't guard the perimeter, APR is going to absolutely finish you. And that's pretty much what happened here with Axel Mpoyo, who just shot the ball phenomenally those first 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And that's kind of what put Patriots on that back foot.
But you know, I wouldn't put APR in a box and say that all they shoot is three.
Oh, and that's a slam right between DZA and Osborne Shield. Garbachinka's sake. I mean, he doesn't care about the big men that these guys have. Gaston going for the three. I mean, this is where APR's prowess on the 3-point line usually shows. I mean, that right there is Jeffrey Stubbs who went for the three but just cannot get it to line. I mean, APR are just a phenomenal shooting team, and I think that's why maybe they really depend on that three to make that difference in the games. Adonis Filer going for it again. Gaston cleaning it up. I mean, Gaston is playing a role cleaning it up under the rim here today.
He is. I mean, you have a bunch of 3-point players, 3-point shooters who are currently on the floor. So I think they have to actually move around and play more than just the shooting role.
That's right. Hubert Sajkuzer there looking for space. Gets the ball to Stubbs. Stubbs to Shema Didier who fakes it. Kicks it down the middle. Craig Randall almost steals it. Goes for the three. And it's going to be Craig who steps out. And it's going to be a Patriots basketball possession. I mean, Craig there with just an awesome play. But unfortunately, it doesn't count as he stepped on the line when he was running for that ball. It's a 13-point difference here. I mean, just not a small difference whatsoever. A double-digit difference in the first period is usually very dangerous. I mean, APR, once they have you in that spot, look at what they did to RSSB Tigers in that game 5. That right there was Hubert Sajkuzer coming down the middle, going for the lay-in, and it's off the mark there from Hubert Sajkuzer. Running at Craig Randall, playing defense. Craig coming down the middle, goes up and in. I mean, that's exactly what I was saying about Craig just now.
That's great ball control by Craig, and you know, a fantastic drive by him. Ooh.
Obadiah Noel coming into the game, looking to make a difference here early on, but he just off the mark on that one, and it's Obadiah Noel who blocks Gaston going up. I mean, APR is just not the team to be playing catch-up with. They're one of those teams who, once they have a lead on you, they're just going to play strategy the entire game, and it's very difficult to catch up. But let's see if Patriots can pull off a comeback here. I mean, there was a game with UGB sometime in the season, and UGB was able to come back in the last quarters of the game, just staying disciplined. Let's see if Patriots can be able to master that kind of way, or is this going to be just a step up and step out by APR? Kick out to Busy Mungu. Mid-range jumper, Busy Mungu.
So a very interesting stat, right? If you look at the breakdown of the scores of the entire series, the playoff series, APR on average will shoot over 20 points in each quarter, right?
Right.
And that's a very dangerous place to be, because even when they're struggling as a team, they're still going to score over 20. That was a fantastic dunk.
That was, I mean, Busy Mungu has been the name of the game here for Patriots. I mean, this guy, when he's on the court, I mean, he's not in the starting 5. But when he comes in, you can clearly see the difference that the team, it's almost like there's a fight that comes into this team when Busy Mungu's on the court. There's a way he's able to hustle for the ball that just works. And that right there is Gaston just continuing to punish this young team here, the Patriots. Gaston already has 10 in this game. I mean, wow, Gaston.
I mean, that's nothing surprising for anyone who's watched Gaston before. I mean, in this APR team, he hasn't gotten as many minutes, but Gaston is also a quite dangerous player.
Garbachinka coming down the middle, up and in for Garbachinka. Garbachinka just finding his way here with the APR center position. I mean, it seems like this guy has been special, and it's easy to say he's the best big man we've seen this season. I mean, with how he's aggressive and how he tackles the paint. I mean, he's been phenomenal, and against Osborne Chima, who's not the most effective on defense, then he might just have some prowess there down the middle. He already has 9 points in the game. Craig Randall gets an unlucky bounce off the rim, and that right there is a wrap for the first period of this game. 21-35 is the score. Wow, what a performance here it's been by the Lions. They've just run away with this completely. Woo! What a way to start the series. It's really tough pickings here for Patriots in this first part of the game. Gaston and Axel Mpoyo playing a huge part. I mean, both of them combined have 20 points. Just those two guys making threes all over the place. Axel has 9, and Gaston has 10. and there's that man Craig Randall who also has 10. So I mean, it's just special to see the role that shooting is playing here in this game, and as long as Patriots don't find the sauce when it comes to defending the perimeter, then they will get punished severely. Because once APR starts bringing even more efficient shooters like Uwe Tonziju Star to the court, it's going to be game over.
That's true. I mean, at the end of the day, right? Coach Sunny said you need to be locked in. You have to come bring your 150%. In the press conference, he mentioned that in the last game, he really just wanted to go all out on defense. And, you know, we were talking about this earlier. Sometimes the best defense is offense, right? And in terms of APR, I think that's the strategy that they use. Yes, they'll try to be very aggressive and have a strong defense. But realistically, especially if you think about Garbachenka in the paint, he's very difficult to defend against, right? So yeah, they need to up their scoring. They're currently down by 14, Patriots. But again, you know, it's going to be interesting what adjustments they make. They can't afford to be leaving players alone, especially with the type of players that APR has. You can't have Emporio by himself, Robbins by himself. Randall is moving quite a lot, so he hasn't really been by himself most of this first quarter. But yeah, yes, they're trying to put pressure on their individual players, but they're leaving a lot of gaps on other sides of the court, and that I think is what's costing them a lot. But let's see what they do in the second quarter.
Absolutely. I mean, the defensive side of the Patriots has really been the talking point here. They've just not been able to defend against those three men, Craig Randall, Axel Boyo, and Gaston in that first quarter. But if they can defend this quarter, then we can have a tighter matchup. Let's see how this is going to turn out. Patriots just absolutely embracing that man defense there and saying, hey, we're not going to leave these guys any space whatsoever. Gaston there at the top. Craig getting some space down the middle, getting the ball to Robbins. Swing ball is what is happening here. Adonis Filer goes for the three. Obadiah Noel gets the ball. Obadiah Noel stolen by Adonis Filer. Adonis goes up with the nice jelly on the right hand. And I mean, Adonis Filer has been a really good story here in the past two games. I mean, the guy has absolutely come through for APR in terms of points. Last game he had almost close to 20 points and was a big part on why they were able to get the edge over RSSB Tigers, and that right there is off the mark for Obadiah Noel. It's going to be a Patriots basketball possession.
Yeah, no, Adonis Filer has been such an interesting player to watch in this series playoff. I mean, we all know Adonis Filer pre-injury was quite a phenomenal player, right? But that injury really did slow him down, and when he came back, it seemed like it took a bit of time for him to get back into momentum. But the last couple of games in these playoffs, he's really been showing up and making a difference for the team.
I mean, it seems like the Patriots bigs are just getting their way in the paint, and it seems like there's a switch in strategy here from the Patriots. Actually, not a switch. There's a coherence in strategy here by the Patriots, just absolutely holding their own when it comes to the bigs, and that right there is what has been able to get this deficit a little down from where it was. Right now, it's at 14 points, and Bizimungu and Garbachenka are a big part of that.
And so that's Craig Randall's first personal foul. Team first foul as well in this quarter.
Adonis found the ball with Craig Randall at the top. Craig Randall looking for space from these guys, but he just can't get it. Goes up and gets it off the rim. I mean, Craig Randall has shown us something different this particular series, and even last series. He's shown us that he's not only a three-point player, and I think that's something that was a stereotype on this man's basketball game. A lot of people said that, you know what, Craig Randall can only make a difference on the court when he's shooting from the three. But this particular series between him and between APR and RSB Tigers, he showed us that he can go to the paint, and he's actually a much more efficient scorer when he's going up to the rim.
I think so, yeah. I think the problem, right, with Craig Randall, not really a problem, but in terms of perception, the reason why we think of him as a three-point shooter is because when he is raining down those threes, it's making a huge difference on the scoreboard, right? And so you remember them because, one, he's never making easy threes. He likes those really long shots, turnover by Patriots.
Right, and that really is William Robbins. I mean, just from what I'm seeing now, I think the three-point shot is going to be the storyline for this particular series. And the three-point shot from APR's perspective is going to be how well they can continue to convert those three-point shots and create space for their people. And for RSSB, for the Patriots, is going to be how well can they defend against those shots from APR and continue to score. Nori Habimana turns around. He's no space from Hubert Saj. Robbins again. Whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, wherever you are, a Patriots fan, just start saying whoa, 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 because, I mean, man, this is a 23-point difference now. And, I mean, as you said, 3 points do make a very big difference on the scoreboard. And that's pretty much why, generally, when people make threes like Craig Randall, it's usually very big. And you can see here that Patriots are struggling here and there, getting 2 points. And then these guys are just going, making 3 out of every 5 threes and just continuing to punish. And that really seems like the strategy here by Coach James May. And I don't know if this guy's going to get a solution.
Their solution in theory would have been Demaria Franklin, who very surprisingly, we are down 1 quarter, 2 minutes into this quarter, he's not on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's only picked up 1 foul, but he's not been able to score at this particular game. With a 23-point difference between these two teams, I mean, this is something of a sight to see. Habimana coming down the middle, going up. And Habimana has been working on his game when it comes to those drives. He's been absolutely lethal when it comes to those drives. He's been able to finish in very awkward positions, going up, and that's been a really big story here in the last part of this in the last series that we've just watched. Habimana just being able to attack Antino Jackson and get those points as and when he pleases. Bizimungu there tries to get the awkward shot going, but he just cannot get it to go. I mean, woo! This is looking like a very different series than what we anticipated. Axel Mpoyo again alone. Axel alone?
Oh.
Obadiah Noel's speed has just been not on the mark. Craig Randall again. Diane cleaning it up. I mean, Christine, from this perspective, this is just not looking good for the Patriots. Oh. And that's a slam for Demaria on Diane. I mean, just flexing on him. Oh, Demaria. Does he know that they're down by 25 points?
Doesn't matter. The game's not over until the last whistle.
That's right. That is going to be the foul there on Craig Randall by Hubert Saj. Krizera on Craig Randall.
That was a very interesting way for him to get on the scoreboard. That was Demaria's first 2 points. I mean, great response, although a bit aggressive. But, you know, I guess they do need to kind of up the ante if they're going to... APR is leading them by twice the number of points that Patriots currently has. And that was the case a few minutes ago where it was 23-46 and now it's 25-50.
Right.
It can't continue this way, right? They need to close this gap.
I mean, again, the story here is the 3-point shot because, I mean, for every 2 points, for every 2 possessions that you have where you score 2 points and 2 points, if APR just get 1, they're basically neutralizing you. If they get another 3, I mean, the risk reward here when you're playing against a team that just scores 3 all the time is just too high. It's just too high for it to work here for Patriots. So Patriots have to find a way to defend that 3. Otherwise, there's just no chance for them because APR can make 1 and they can make 2, and APR will only be behind by 1 point.
You're right, and it does seem like they're optimizing for that 3 points, right?
That's right. That's pretty much. I mean, let's watch this play here by Craig Randall at the top with Hubert Saj Krizera and see how they're going to be looking for that. That's Craig Randall going for the mid-range jumper. And this guy, I mean, this guy as a machine on the scoring side is just. Oh, and that right there was a pass from Obadiah Noel looking for Bruno Shima, and he just can't connect. And it shows what APR's 3-point shots are just doing. And James May is subbing out 2 or 3 guys at one time. And this is just creating confusion on the Patriots side because they're just not able to know who exactly are we marking and get a rhythm against that particular person. I mean, brilliance here from James May against Munyana Musasani, who's also, honestly, one of the best coaches there are in the league. Donis Fowler, William Robbins, 3-ball. Off the mark there from William Robbins. Hubert Saj Krizera here coming down. He's going to look to play transition ball. Foul by Adonis Fowler. Wow, 25-52.
I think there was going to be 2 key things, right, in this game. And James May is about to make another substitution, right? Whereas you see, yes, we've had a couple of substitutions on the Patriots side, but look at the scoring difference between APR and Patriots. the APR bench is not just coming and changing the tempo of the game. They're also adding offensive power, right? And a lot of them are three-point shooters, but they're also driving. James May has clearly said, you know, you need to be more aggressive. This is a physical game, and they're going for it. But Patriots, do they have a deep enough bench to match the stamina of the players of APR?
I mean, the bench is going to play a really big role here, but also, I mean, Patriots, again, the challenge here with the Tigers was that right there, just Osborne Sheep just marking his territory right there in the middle when it comes to the offense. And again, as I was saying, I mean, if you look at the previous series, APR just being able to score has been a big story. Drake just held down the Patriots when it came to scoring, and there was very low-scoring games between those two teams. And right now, APR is just showing a masterclass on scoring and taking chances on the offensive side. They can miss one or two, but when they make it and then defend, I mean, it just becomes a problem. And that right there is Jeffrey Stubbs, who, again, is off the mark from the three-point line, not making a difference. I mean, double the points of what Patriots has. Wow. I mean, this is a masterclass of offense and defending and just making the 3-point shot work for them. This man, Greg Leonard, has 15 points. These are coming off the bench. Has 10. Axel Poyo has 9 points already. I mean, that in total is what the Patriots. That in total is more than what the Patriots have been able to score. And then contributions now from Adonis Fowler with 6 and other guys who are just coming in and making 4 points, 5 points is just making a gap that's just absolutely not able to be able to be caught up with here as the Patriots have 4 minutes and 21 seconds to go to the halftime break. And let's see if there's going to be a change in tempo. Or I don't even think tempo is going to be the problem here. I think strategy is going to be the issue here. I mean, APR strategies was just working magic against this particular team.
You're right. And I mean, right now, even though we're talking about offense being the best defense, I think APR is actually the better defending team at the moment. Because if you think about it, they're not giving Patriots any room to make the shots, right? They might be making, I'd be curious to see the stats in terms of how many shots are being produced, not even just being converted. But it just seems like, you know, APR's passes are more efficient. They're getting to who they need to be getting to. Whereas Patriots, there's a lot of turnovers. There's very high defense. There's a lot of pressure on them, and they're struggling a little bit with this pressure from APR.
Absolutely right. And when you see James May bringing in this man who returns to Cheetah when he hasn't played the entire last series to this particular game, I mean, it shows you what he's on. It shows you what time he's on. He's on 3-point time, and I promise you, when we go to the offensive, when the offensive side switches, you're gonna see APR just absolutely taking over. Let's see how Patriots are gonna respond and what their strategy is here. Are they gonna have Demaria shoot the ball a lot? Demaria just can't get that 3-point to go. Be a foul. By number 21. No, number 20, that's Witonza Justa. It's going to be a Patriots basketball possession here. It's going to be the first personal foul here for Witonza. 56 to 27, I mean, is a huge difference. Demaria Franklin gets fouled again by Adonis Fowler. I mean, APR just picking up the fouls here and being very aggressive, even in the first part of this game.
Yeah, I mean, they've definitely been making a lot more mistakes in the second quarter compared to the first quarter, even though APR, much like the first quarter, are about to be in foul trouble, while Patriots currently sit on 2 team fouls. But it's interesting. It really does seem like the goal is frustrate Patriots enough, don't allow them to make any shots.
And just shoot.
Just shoot.
And just shoot. Just launch from anywhere on the court. And we're going to see this play here by Adonis Fowler. Not getting any space. That's Excel Poyo. No, that's not Habimana. With the ball, is he going to also try and shoot it? That's what he was setting up for here. Excel Poyo trying to drive, can't get space. Osborne Shima kicks it back out to Excel. Habimana, long ball. Abimana can't get it to go in. And you can see that on that defensive play there, Patriots now trying to pick up the perimeter. I mean, and if that's how they want to play, that's going to work against a stronger APR here offensively. And that right there is Adonis Joe Fowler. I mean, this guy has been an absolute machine. He's now up 8 points. And he's going to be going to the line for a chance for one more.
A confident Adonis. is a problem for any team that he's against.
Absolutely.
Because he's not scared to be going and really being in your face and driving quite hard. It's good. I mean, it's fantastic to see him kind of playing at this level again. But it's good for the people watching, not for Patriots currently.
Absolutely, it's really not working for Patriots. I mean, Patriots now trailing by 28 points. I mean, that's just ridiculous to see the APR Lions just running away with this, and Patriots not being able to find a solution for that deficit. I mean, basketball is a game of runs, and APR have been on a run since this game started. And I think this is going to be a talking point for Munyanda Muntasani on that break to see how he's going to be able to respond to the tyranny of Coach James May from the three-point line. That's Demaria Franklin, who goes up and misses the lay-in, and it's going to be Ulichonzi Cheetah who walks out with it.
So, I mean, it's really important to remember that this is just game one, right? And this is a best-of-7 series. It's not great that Patriots is starting like this, but I think there's a lot for them to learn and see, okay, their strategy, they must have had a strategy going into this, but it's not working. Why, right? You have your top scorers not scoring. Shout out to Demaria for scoring while I say that. But, you know, what adjustments are they going to need to make in game two? Because, of course, we still have the second half to go, but there's a lot to learn from how this game has started and how it shouldn't start in the following games in the series if they want to win. Fantastic block by
Irakoze Rehodal trying to be aggressive here with APR. I think looking at the game from an analysis point of view, I think Patriots have to force a similar game out of APR. They have to guard the perimeter and force APR to come in to the D. And when they come into the D, they find Garbachinka there. And that's going to be the difference maker here in terms of them trying to match up this game between them and APR. But as long as APR is getting those 3 points from the perimeter and they're going to fight for twos, then it's just not going to work. Axel kicking it out to Witonzo. This man of Witonzo, once he finds his rhythm. I mean, this guy has scored 6 3-pointers in a row. We've seen it here. Demaria Franklin going up. Being very aggressive here, Demaria Franklin. Irakoze Rehodal 3-ball off the mark. 2 minutes and 15 is all we have left. APR already in foul trouble. The Patriots with 3 fouls. Witonzo just fakes it, goes up. And can't find the spot there. Witonzo just under pressure. And that right there is Bruno Shima, who gets fouled by Nori Habimana. And it's going to be Bruno Shima going to the line for a chance for 2 points.
I wouldn't be surprised if James May takes Urutonze out of the game because, I mean, I don't remember the last time I've seen him miss 3 3-pointers in a row.
Right.
And at the end of the day, right, he's here to shoot those threes. Nori Habimana is the one that's been subbed out with Craig Randall, and Randall seems to be giving some advice to Cheetah. Because at the end of the day, you know, he needs to make those threes. That's what he's here for.
That's correct. And it's going to be Bruno Shima, who's going to the line here for a chance for 2 points. 32-58 is the score. That's a 26-point difference. I mean, up, down from a high of 30. And Bruno Shima reduces it here to 25 points. I mean, is there hope for this particular team here? You know, Patriots, as we go into the second half. Let's see how they're going to respond. Substitution in the offense here for APR basketball. Nori Habimana coming in for Adonis Filer. 34-48 is the score with a 24-point difference. Patriots starting to find some rhythm here when it comes to defending the 3 balls by APR. Also benefiting from those 3 missed opportunities there by Witonzo Cheetah, whose main purpose, I mean, in the game was to come in and shoot the lights out. That's Craig Randall being picked up by Bruno Shima. Can't find space. Craig Randall short from the 3-point line there. Goes up, looks for the layup, and it's a foul on Craig Randall. Going to get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul for Bruno Shima. Team's fourth.
And substitution in the offense here for APR basketball. It's going to be Mohamedou Diane coming in. It might just be in place of Osborne Shima. We've not seen a combination of both of them on the court at once by James May. Craig Randall gets the second, and it's going to be 60-34. I mean, it's difficult to even say those scores because of just how, I mean, punishing APR have been here in this first 2 periods of the game. I mean, 1 minute and 36 seconds is all we have left in this first half, and it seems like APR are going to be going out of this particular two with a very strong lead. Kick out to Obadiah Noel. Obadiah Noel looking for space. Foul.
So we have 1 minute and 22 seconds to go in this quarter before we go into the halftime break. Both teams are in foul trouble. It seems like Patriots is doing a little bit of a better job in terms of defending APR, but I think their biggest issue right now, it's just, they need to convert their shots, right? They are not shooting as well as APR is. APR's balls, not only is it moving better, it's landing where it needs to land. Like, those buckets are happening. Whereas for Patriots, they're creating the opportunities but not capitalizing on them, and that's what's hurting them right now. Although they've now brought the deficit down to 24 points.
Absolutely right, and it's going to be hard defense here by Jeffrey Stubbs on that man, Nori Habimana. He's been special this particular playoff series. Gets space from Jeffrey Stubbs and goes up and in. I mean, this man just staying cool is the name of the game here for Nori Habimana, going in to the D. But I think, and that right there is Pachinka responding on the opposite side and keeping the lead down to 24. Nori Habimana again attacking. Almost loses the ball, gives the ball to Mohamedou. Jeffrey Stubbs gets the ball to Noel. Irakoze Verdal gets fouled by Osborne Shima as he goes up, and it's going to be a chance for Irakoze for two at the line. I mean, APR picking up a lot of fouls here. Early on in the game, I mean, most of their guys here now have 2-2, and that right there was Osborne Shima walking into that 3 foul zone when Patriots, I mean, pretty much nobody has a foul apart from 3 players who have 1, and only 1 player has 2.
So that foul was actually not given to Ozzy. It was given to Emporio. Emporio now sits at 3 personal fouls, which it's very interesting, right? It shows how his game has really changed. Before, he used to be the one that was on the perimeter taking those 3 points, but he's also now become more aggressive defensively. He's in the paint more, and I guess that's why he's picking up those fouls more frequently. But it's not really something APR should give too much room. They definitely need to correct that and be more disciplined in terms of their fouls, especially since, Paul has been having a pretty good playoff series.
Absolutely right there, It was Mohamedou Diane just cleaning it up after those 2 misses there by Irakoze Verdal with only 31 seconds on the clock as this man, Craig Randall, backing up Bruno Shima, goes up for the floater and can't get it. Obadiah Noel, he only got 24 seconds on the clock. Not right now. The difference between the shot clock and the game clock, only 1. Irakoze Verdal goes up, and that defense there by Nori Habimana making him just not able to put it in the net with only 10 seconds left is this man, Craig Randall. I mean, he's looking to take that last shot. Let's see how he's going to survive. Calling for the isolation ball against Irakoze Verdal. Driving it. And he's just left by Pachinka to dominate there in the paint, 64 to 38. I mean, we've seen a 64-point performance by APR in just the first 2 quarters. I mean, this is nothing short of special. And what are the talking points, I think, here in this first part of the game? Number 1 is the Patriots' inability to defend APR when it comes to the perimeter shots. I mean, that's pretty much been the difference here. Being seeing Craig Randall shoot, Boyo shoot, Gaston shoot. We've seen some shots land here for William Robbins, just making the difference when it comes to that gap between the Patriots and APR. And for Patriots, I mean, they've been scoring decently, but they've just not been able to defend. And if you're not able to defend, it doesn't matter how much you score. The best defense, as you always say, Christine, is offense. And that's what's been the difference maker here. I mean, in the last few minutes of that second period, we have seen the Patriots find a rhythm with guarding APR in the perimeter. And they've been going band to band when it comes to the scoring. Even Patriots finding some sort of an edge and being able to bring that lead down to a sort of 26 points and keep it there for some time. And if that's how they came out from the start of the game, then they would have been able to keep this game tight and have this game being won in this last few minutes in terms of plays against James May and Munyana Motasani. And right here is the team matchup and the halftime stats.
Yeah, I mean, Chacha, I like how you're being quite optimistic in terms of how Patriots is performing, but they are trailing with 38 points to APR's 64. Not too bad in terms of field goals with 44% for Patriots, while, APR is making every one of their 2 shots. But that 3 points is really, really punishing them. APR has scored 34% of their 3-point shot, with 0 for Patriots. I don't think I've
0.
ever seen a 0 on a 3-point.
0 means they haven't taken any 3-point shots.
No, they have.
But they've missed all of them.
They've missed all of them.
Oh, wow.
But in terms of rebounding, 22 for rebounds for Patriots, 25 for APR. APR also has more assists. They have 14, while Patriots only has 10. We did see the ball being stolen quite a lot by APR with 8 to Patriots 3. More free throws for the Patriots side, but not capitalizing as much. Only made 6 of 11, while APR made 5 of the 6.
That's correct. And I think if you look at this stats, it represents the story we've been talking about this entire game. That 3-point shot is just the murderer of this particular stats here. And you can see the difference. 38 to 64 represents almost a 3-2 scoring line, which means that for every 3 points that APR is making, Patriots are only making 2. And that gap is just absolutely phenomenal. And we're going to see here in the second half of this game, how is Coach Munyenda Mutsasani going to respond to the tyranny of APR? And I think, they might lose this game, but how they respond in the second half is going to set the pace for how they're going to play the rest of the games that are going to be here. So, I mean, the point is not to win. The point is to show that they have an answer for the strategy that James May has been able to have tyranny on them here in the first period of this game.
I'm going to say I disagree. The point is to win for both teams. But let's see what adjustments Coach Sunny makes in the halftime and what reinforcements Coach James makes in this halftime. Stay with us.
We're going to be with you in about 11 minutes and 40 seconds. See you soon.
go back to back.
Before the arena lights shine, before the crowds fill the stands, it begins with a dream. A kid who watches, a coach who believes, a player who inspires.
Adoni playing with Adonis triple filer. Adoni.
A practice becomes a passion, a player becomes an inspiration, and a fan begins to dream. Rides can wait, meetings can wait, because moments like these don't. Basketball isn't just played inside an arena. It lives on dusty courts, in crowded streets, in homes gathered around the screen. It's in every neighborhood, bringing strangers together, turning quiet moments into unforgettable ones. Every game, every story, every fan, across nations, only on Okapi.
After that halftime break, it's punishment is the name of the first quarter. These guys have just been punished for the whole of the first. And it's just been impossible for Patriots to have any sort of mark in this game by those Lions. James May's strategy just seeming to work magic in this first half of the game. And Munyanda Busasani, phenomenal coach. However, has just not been able to find a response. Let's see if now that they've been able to see what APR bringing to the table. There's always the element of surprise. Can Munyanda Busasani respond? Or is it going to be too tough? And Jorn always said, we believe that we love giving, and you can win 2 courtside tickets here at the BK Arena. Subscribe, follow us on Instagram, DM a screenshot to enter the raft. All you need to do is just subscribe, follow us on Instagram, and take a screenshot of you following us and DM it. If I was you, I'd just take a screenshot and spam the Okapi page. Maybe that would put you on the top. So every 1 hour, I'd be sending one if I was you. But anyway, let's see how that goes. And right here, we're starting the second half of this game. We want to see how Patriots are going to be able to respond. We want to see if APR are going to continue with the tyranny that they've been absolutely executing here in the first. Ball with Obadiah Noel, taking their time offensively. Ball back to Obadiah. Obadiah Noel. Obadiah Noel cannot get it to go. It's going to be a foul. 3-ball for Obadiah Noel from the free throw line.
We were talking about it earlier. Excellent Poyer just picked up his 4th personal foul.
Right. I mean, Axel Boyo, I mean, it's such a difference from how he used to play to how he plays these days. He's very aggressive on the offensive side, which is a good thing to see here from that man, Sally. And let's see how he's going to get out of this game in this last few seconds, because one more foul to give is very small. And I think that right there is William Robbins, who might just be coming in for Axel. And right, Obadiah Noel here has one more foul in the game. One more shot to take in this game. Obadiah Noel off the mark. Tiafala Leonard cleaning it up there on the defensive side. This man is a phenomenal rebounder, and he's going to be able to thwart some of the efforts there of Bizimungu. Tiafala Leonard getting out in the first quarter for early foul management. Ball with Axel Mpoyo. Axel Mpoyo has a matchup there with Obadiah Noel. Ball back to Tiafala Leonard. Tiafala Leonard going for the floater. Gets the nice law pass there to Mohamedou Diane and converts on the offensive side. Jeffrey Stubbs there going up, Jelly, and then 41, 66 the score, 25 is the difference. Craig Randall driving it in. Craig Randall being cleaned up for there by Mohamedou Diane on the offensive side. Garbachinka being very careful there on defense not to foul. And failed communication there by Quizera Hubert Sarge and Jeffrey Stubbs giving away the ball. Easy attempt. 27 is the difference in points. I mean, 27 is how many threes? 9. It's tough pickings here for Patriots early on in this, later on here in this third game. Sorry, that's going to be a stoppage there technically by the refs. I mean, 8 minutes and 44 seconds is all we have here in the third period. And if the game continues with this tempo for Patriots, then we're almost looking at a certain loss here for Patriots. I mean, APR is just not the team to give an advantage early on in the game, because they will control the game. They do thrive off of control. And it's going to be very difficult here for Patriots as the game goes by.
You're
Craig
right.
Randall.
No, I was just going to say, earlier on I spoke about the fact that APR is a team that averages 20-plus points in every quarter, right? So not only are they trailing behind by 20-something points, they know for a fact, like, APR is going to find a way to make those 20-something points. So unless they can stop them from shooting, which APR has been doing a really good job on that, Patriots is really going to have quite the uphill battle. Shot blocks by Tiafale Leonard Jr., who's back on the court.
And that right there is that man, Craig Randall, with the smoke jelly. I mean, APR starting to play transition ball here, and Craig already picking up 23 points. I mean, so early on.
Technical foul given to
Garbachinka. That's going to be his first.
I think that was actually given to Stubbs.
Okay. Tiafale Leonard there converting on his first shot at the line for that technical foul, and it's going to be Patriots basketball possession with only 8 minutes on the clock. The lead here just becoming worse as we get going. 32 is the current lead. Whew, that's the highest it's been the entire game. I mean, what a difficult watch this is here in the finals of the RBL. I mean, a lot of the fans were expecting a tough game, tightly contested all the way to the end, but APR have just, prowessed against these guys, and that's going to be Cuba Sarge Kizera with the 3. 44 is not what they got. Sarge starting to get his name on the scoreboard here with 5 points. Craig Randall, screen from Mohamedou. Craig Randall. It's going to be APR basketball possession.
Very intense start by APR. I mean, they scored 35 points in the first quarter, 29 in the second quarter, already have 8 in this quarter, with Patriots already trailing. And Mohamedou makes that 10 in this quarter.
And that right there was Mohamedou just connecting. I mean, they're starting to develop a chemistry here, him and Tiafale Leonard. Tiafale Leonard has not been traditionally a chance creator, but I think that's pretty much what's been happening here between him and Mohamedou Diane. And that right there is Mohamedou Diane going down on the floor. I mean, let's hope he's okay. Took a hard drop to the floor.
Wow. It would be great to see a replay of that. I mean, It seems his glasses are broken.
That's right. And it's going to be 20. No, sorry. It's going to be a 31-point difference between Patriots and APR. And I keep on insisting on the points difference here because, I mean, if Patriots are not able to get a run, then this game is as good as done. 31-point difference is just ridiculous in a finals game. Ridiculous.
Yes, I think RBL, the tagline should be expect the unexpected at
Absolutely.
this point.
Absolutely. It's been like a movie. I mean, the semifinals go to the 5 series, and then in the finals, the first game of the finals, we're having a 30-something point difference. I mean, expect the unexpected is actually a good tagline here for RBL, Men's Division 1 basketball, here in Kigali, Rwanda. The best league in Africa, we claim it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I hear you on the 31 points being just absolutely shocking, right? Even though going into these playoffs, these are the teams that were ranked first and second, right? So APR came in ranked first, Patriots came in ranked second. They won their series against Reg, as tight and difficult as that was. APR, I think, definitely had more of a flow, and even though Tigers seemed like at some point they were about to make a comeback, in the end, APR was able to make it back. So having the first ranked and second ranked teams playing a game and having a 31-point difference really is actually crazy for teams that only ever beat each other by 2-3 points. And maybe that differentiator is Craig Randall and Mohamedou and Tiafale Leonard Jr.
I mean, and as you speak, Craig Randall just confirming what you're saying with him just making that mid-range jumper. There's going to be Tiafale Leonard who gets called for his 3rd foul here in the game. I mean, 33 points is the difference, and that's the big storyline here between these two teams. I mean, it's just been a masterclass from APR on protecting the defensive side and being able to just punish on the offensive side. They have shooters all over the place. I mean, there's like 4 guys already with double-digit points, and some with 9, 8 even. I mean, it's just been phenomenal basketball here from APR. What a masterclass here in the finals. Let's see how Patriots are going to respond here in this last 2 quarters. They only have 6 minutes and 55 seconds left to respond in the 3rd and about 10 minutes in the 4th. And once those 2 quarters are over, then we're going to see what Munyanda Motsasani is going to come up with as we go into game 2. I mean, the series is a 7-game series, so APR has to win 4 games to get this done, to get the job done. So game 1, as I said early on in the game, it's a first date. The teams getting to know each other, learning about each other's strategies, getting to learn what exactly does what and who exactly is bringing what and what James May is bringing to the table as pertains his offensive side. Munyanda Motsasani yet to find a response to James May's tyranny in this particular game. And you can hear the silence from the crowd. I mean, just showing how this game was really much of an upset from what we thought. That's going to be a challenge there by Coach James May on that foul on Jeffrey Stubbs by Tiafale Leonard Jr. And it's going to be a 2-shot there for Jeffrey Stubbs on the line. Jeffrey Stubbs free throw gets the first. 45 is what they've got now. That right there is 46 for that man Jeffrey Stubbs. A 31-point difference is what it is at, and this lead has just been staying at 1 point, 26 at 1 point, 14 at 1 point, 28, and once it increases, it stays there. APR managing to hold that defensive line and just not allowing Patriots to have their way on the offensive side. Craig Randall, the second. I mean, Craig is putting on a show here tonight. 28 already. I mean, just putting the haters, to bed. Mamadou Diane, transition ball for APR. Long ball to Craig Randall, who gets Damaria Franklin stealing the ball there from Craig Randall. Oh, wow. But it's not been as much of a matchup as we thought it was going to be. I mean, Damaria only picking up 5. Craig Randall just putting all the rumors to bed, saying, hey, I'm Craig Randall. I mean, I know you guys have Demario Franklin, but I am Craig Randall. And he scores 31 on the board now. Foul by William Robbins. Wow. Craig, wow. I mean, Craig is just, silencing all the haters and just saying, hey, I am the MVP. And he's really, really putting up a show here. He has 31 points. 31 points.
I mean, Randall is really showing the experience that he has and that he brings to this team, right? He is consistent. He's actually been playing quite a lot of minutes per game and still delivering at the end of the day, even on days where we say he's not having a great game. This guy will have 20 plus points.
Right, and I think the criticism on Randall hasn't been the points that he scores. I think the points is the attempts that he gets, and that right there is a foul on Randall by Garbachinka, and he's going to go to the line for 2. I mean, again, as I was saying, the criticism on Randall hasn't been how many points he can get or can't get in a game. I mean, we know he can get 31, we know he can get 35, we know he can get 40. I mean, the criticism has been how many shots does he have to take to get to that 31? But today, I mean, he's put that all to bed. He's been super efficient on the offensive side, taking a lot of his shots have been going in here today. Not only from the 3-point range. I mean, his shot may be 30% from the 3-point range, but from the 2-point range, he's been much more efficient as he steps into 32 here with that first free throw. Jeffrey Stubbs there picks up the rebound. Hubert Saj drives it. Diane managing to defend there on Hubert Saj. Skip pass to Randall. Randall, a show. Doesn't get it to go. It's going to be Garbachinka cleaning it up there. Jeffrey Stubbs again, one more time. Skip pass to Damaria. Hubert Saj at the perimeter. Hubert Saj, 3-ball for Hubert Saj. Kuzera pushing it to 51 here for his team. I mean, it's still a 33-point difference. Wow. I mean, a masterclass in scoring here by APR. There's just no solution to the advantage that these guys gained in that first part of the game. Tiafale Leonard Jr. stomping his authority here at BK Arena, reminding us of how aggressive he is on the offensive side here. Leonard Jr. 86, the score now for APR. Jeffrey Stubbs driving it in down the middle. Gets stolen there by Mohamedou Diane. It's a 3-on-3 situation here. And foul there on Tiafale by Garbachinka.
So we're talking earlier about how Tiafale Leonard Jr. Actually got subbed out quite early in the game in the first quarter because he got 2 personal fouls very early on. So he only had like 2-3 points for like most of these first half and the first half of this quarter. He's now obviously becoming more locked in, but still, I mean, today we haven't really felt Tiafale Leonard Jr. as we would in most games, or at least what we know he can contribute to the team.
On the offensive side. And it's going to have substitution here on Tiafale Leonard Jr. as Gaston Dizzy and Daisaba comes into the game. It's a 35-point difference here between Patriots and APR with only 4 minutes and 17 to go. Both teams have 3 fouls in this game. Hubert Saj Kizera again from the 3. It's going to be APR ball. Wow, what a tough watch here for all the fans. I mean, it's just not been a close game whatsoever. I mean, the masterclass being put on here by APR on the offensive side, but also similarly on the defensive side has just been special. And Craig Randall just really having his way offensively here from wherever he wants to have his way from. And he's going to attack here, passing the ball to Osborne Shema. Kicks it back out to Gusto. Gusto to Craig Randall. Craig Randall gets the bounce in to the rim. This guy now has 35 points. I mean, he's been a show. There's just no answer for this man. There's just no answer for this man. I mean, initially the thought process was that Demario Franklin is going to be able to convert on the offensive side, and that right there is Demario Franklin getting his 7th point of the game. And I think the difference here between these two, very high scoring. I mean, the RBL scoring leader and the BAL scoring leader, just totally different, totally different show-ups for these two people. 7 points is what Demario has, and Craig Randall already has 35. But that right there is Adonis Javon Filer just continuing to contribute positively to this team. He now has double-digit points.
4 players in APR now have double-digit points, and wow, I mean, we're gonna have a game that's gonna get into 100 in the 3rd quarter.
In the 3rd,
this gap is looking like it's gonna be a double of Patriots points.
I mean, there's clearly a gap. I mean, there's clearly a big gap between these two teams, and it kind of shows. I mean, some of these APR players have BAL experience, have G League experience. I mean, that experience really comes through in these type of games, because you can see Craig Randall having 35 points. Just that means that he's just not been able to get stopped. Nobody's stopping him. And then for players to have 10 points, 11 points, 10 points, it just means there's just no defense going on, or there is defense, then it's just not effective. And Patriots just not being able to score as well as we thought they would. So tough pickings here to watch here today. Kick out to Obadiah Noel, who tries to look for the pass to Hubert Saj, and it's going to be off. 2 minutes and 57 seconds before we go for the final quarter. Craig Randall can't get it. Stolen there by Demario Franklin. Obadiah Noel looking for space. Tries to get the screen there from Goga. Gets it to Hubert Saj. Hubert Saj drives it down the middle. Floater by Hubert Saj. Hubert Saj coming through here. And he's got double-digit points as well now. He has 10 in the game. 55-92 is the score. Still a 30-something point lead here late in the 3rd period. All right, there's that man, Craig Randall, driving it in. Going up and in, Craig Randall. I mean, this man is finding his rhythm, and nobody's able to stop this guy. This guy already just circa 40 points in this game. I mean, what a way to go against the RBL scoring leader as the BAL scoring leader. I mean, it's a statement, and I think he wants to make a statement.
I agree. And I mean, it's a very interesting place that Patriots has found themselves in. Goga just made the 2, but they're currently in foul trouble. And this is the first time that in this game, they have got into foul trouble faster than APR has. So somehow APR is being more disciplined. They've only got 3 team fouls with a minute and a half to go in this quarter. Yeah, Patriots are really struggling. And we talked about this a lot, even in the semifinals, right? Demario just made 2, which is great. But it's that over-reliance on a few players, whereas APR, their offensive power, it's spread out, right? Craig Randall, everybody.
Responding to Demario Franklin. That was specifically a response. And you can see the matchup here. You know, I remember I asked him in the press conference in the last game, you know, how is he going to be looking to match up here against Demario? And I think the response is in the points, as we have only 55 seconds left. Demario Franklin managing to pick up 9 points here to Craig Randall's 40 points. Adonis Filer, free ball. Gaston. Obadiah Noel gets the ball back. And it's going to be Shema Didier here picking it up. And it's going to be Obadiah Noel with the ball. Obadiah Noel, mid-range jumper, manages to sink it. And it's going to be 61-97. That's a 36-point difference. The difference maker here being Craig Randall II. This man has 40 points on the board. Going for the 3. Shema off the mark from the baseline, and it's going to be 1 second left. Adonis Filer cannot get that 3 to go. I mean, a 36-point difference here is looking very ugly, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you that with only 10 minutes on the clock. I mean, I don't know if there's much hope for Patriots here, but we're waiting to see.
I mean, if we're being realistic, I think this is pretty much an APR game. They have done a fantastic job. They came out strong. They led that first quarter by 35 points. As I said, they have then averaged over 20 points every quarter that has followed. And APR hasn't matched or beaten them in any specific quarter. So in every quarter, it's just been accumulating a deficit that now has led to the point where they're currently trailing by 36 points.
That's right. In the first, it was 21 to 35, 17 to 29 in the second, 23 to 33. I mean, those are more than 10-point deficits every single quarter. And right now, the score standing at 61 to 97 is just a representation of the dominance that APR have had here in this particular series so far.
Yeah, Demaria Franklin has only made 4 of 13. That's 30% shooting. Garbachenka has he's currently the lead scorer, which is not a great sign for Patriots. If Garbachenka, yes, he gets on the board, and yes, he's an offensive player as well as obviously a fantastic defensive player, but you still need Demaria and Stubbs to be showing up. Of course, if Saj, Noel, and the other players also picked up points, it would put Patriots in a better place. But right now, they're really struggling because one, their players are not making their shots, and number two, APR is just enjoying themselves. They have 2 quarters where they have made more than 30 points, while the most points that Patriots made is 23 points in the last quarter.
That's correct. And APR is just having a field day. And this is the first time that we've seen that man, Craig Randall II, sitting down and having a break in the game. I mean, he's just been phenomenal this game. 40 points is not an easy feat in any game, but to have that here just shows the dominance that this guy has on the offensive side. And right here is Adonis Filer, who crosses up Kamalindi, goes Gaston. Gaston can't get the lucky bounce in from the front lip of the rim, and it's 61 to 97 the score. Obadiah Noel with the ball, fakes it, steps back, goes for the 3 ball, and it's off the front lip and out of the rim. I mean, already 30 seconds down. Osborne Shima goes up and just dunks it in easy. I mean, we're just starting out the 4th period, and APR already have close to 100 points. They have 99 to APR to Patriots 61. It's been a masterclass on how to play against a team. That right there is Demaria Franklin from the perimeter. Looks to get the ball to Obadiah Noel. Obadiah Noel comes down the middle floater. Can't get it to go. It's going to be Obadiah Noel trying to save it there. Saves it into the hands of Nori Habimana. Adonis Filer comes down the middle. I mean, can you see the speed on that man, AD Filer? I mean, to whoever has been saying AD Filer is not fast anymore. I mean, have you seen that transition ball speed? That guy has just had no hiccups running on the offensive side. And there's going to be a possession switch here. A travel violation there by Obadiah Noel. 101 to 61 is the score. Woo. I mean, a tear or two already coming down the eyes of some of the Patriots fans here who are just not happy to watch such a game like this. This is really just a humiliation ritual in this last few minutes of the game here for Patriots. 61 to 101 in a finals game is bad. It's really bad. And that right there was Adonis Fowler, who wasn't able to convert on the offensive side. Jeffrey Stubbs coming through for his team. Passing the ball there to Demaria Frank. Ball with Obadiah Noel. Obadiah Noel goes for the 3 again. Gets it to sink. Obadiah Noel starting to come through here from the 3, and he gets his 8th point of the game, 64 to 101. Nori Habimano looking for the pass. Gets it to Tia Falelena Jonia. Was unable to respond from the 3. Kicks it out to Adonis Filer. Long ball from Adonis. And just no rebounding by the Patriots, just allowing Tia Falelena Jr. to pick that ball and the soft slam in, putting him at 7 points, 103 for APR. Kick out to Demaria Frank. Demaria Frank can't get it from 3. Garbachenka cleaning it up. Goes up and in. Garbachenka. APR just being careful not to foul because they don't need to. They don't need to with the kind of lead they have now. Garbachenka has 15 points, the biggest contributor to the scoring here for Patriots basketball. Skip pass to Osborne Shima. Kicks it to Gaston. Gaston can't get the 3 to go. Jeffrey Stubbs, and he gets fouled by Nori Habimana. Habimana picking up his second foul here of the game with only 7 minutes on the clock. I mean, with 7 minutes on the clock, I don't know, Christine, is there hope for Patriots fans? I mean, motivate them.
We've started the quarter in a very interesting fashion. I mean, like I said earlier, the third quarter is where Patriots have scored the most points in this game so far, but they scored 23 points while APR scored 33 points. So it seemed like they did something a little bit better in the third quarter compared to the first half of the game. But this deficit is really, really significant. And if you look at the stats, APR, it's not just that they're punishing Patriots in terms of defense or anything like that. They're creating more opportunities for themselves. They have a 53% field goal average. So not only there's the high volume, but there's also the shots that are landing. And Patriots is just not there today. So I don't know. It's looking very slim for Patriots.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, fans.
Unfortunately. I know they have been on. I mean, can you see Adonis Javon Fowler's flexibility and ability to move left and right? It's special. It's just nothing short of special. This man pushing his personal points here to 13. I mean, the second biggest contributor behind Craig Randall at 40. Floater there by Obadiah Noel. Garbachinka goes for the hook shot. Garbachinka has been really a good story here, man. I mean, without Garbachinka, I really don't know if there was even going to be a score line here for Patriots, because 70 is what they've managed to garner. 105 is what Jeffrey Stubbs goes up a day. Jeffrey Stubbs 70 to 105 now. Jeffrey Stubbs is going to be going to the line here for a chance for 2 points. Substitution in the offing here for Tiafale Leonard Jr., who's not been very special here today. I mean, he's only had, 7 points. It's not been a great showing here for Tiafale Leonard Jr. However, we know him as a good player, so let's see how he's going to work out for him. And because of the substitution here for Munyanda Mutusani, as Garbachinka and Obadiah Noel go to the bench, and Diane Mohamedou comes in. Mohamedou Diane against Bruno Shema and Bizimungu at the bigs. I mean, that's gonna be a very interesting matchup to watch as Jeffrey Stubbs converts it and makes it 73 to 105. Yubasaj Kazura coming in here for Jeffrey Stubbs. Jeffrey Stubbs pushing his personal points to 15. I mean, great performance here from Garbachinka and Jeffrey Stubbs, but the rest of the team just hasn't shown up. If the rest of the team just showed up the way they have, and Demario Franklin had maybe 40 points, like Craig Randall, this would have been a very evenly matched game. That right there is Cheetah stealing the ball, and it's blocked by Gaston. Shimei Nano just not being able to convert. KD on the offensive side is his name, with only 5 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. I mean, what is happening, Christine? What is happening? Bruno Shima in ball. Ball to Yubasaj Kazir at the perimeter. Bizimungu using the screen. Ball back to Butonzo to stop. Bruno Shima goes for the 3. And he splashes in. Bruno Shima 76 to 105 now to score. Patriots basketball possession here. 76 to 105 is a what? Is a 29-point difference, isn't it? 29-point difference. Coming down from a high of 36, but still just too big. And it's going to be a timeout on the floor here for...
So, one of the things that we're talking about when we were looking at Patriots versus Reg was we were actually saying, Reg, especially in that first game, of course, they made corrections in the second game moving forward, was that they had such slow starts, like very cold, and then they'd have to play so much catching up, and that's what was costing them, or at least in the first game, that's what cost them significantly. And it seems like that's what's happening with Patriots. I don't think we've ever said, Patriots takes time to kind of settle in. They like that energy, they like, coming out strong, but APR really did overpower them in the beginning of this game. I'm telling you all of this because a very interesting statistic right now, despite the fact that they're trailing by 29 points, is that in this quarter, Patriots has actually scored more than APR for now. So Patriots have scored 15, while APR has scored 8. But APR is under no pressure, right? So even with that 15, that's only a 7-point gap, whereas they've accumulated how many, like 22 points over the previous 3 quarters.
Right.
So Coach Sunny is definitely going to need to make a lot more adjustments and make sure that, number one, you don't give APR the chance to score 30 plus in a quarter, especially if you're not scoring at that level as well. You can't afford to have deficits in every single quarter and try to make a comeback in the last quarter. But number two, finding a way. Bizimungu is playing a pretty good game. Demaria, not sure what's going on. Bruno Shema has come in quite hot, and it's good. Like, definitely change the tempo, rotate a little bit more, find a configuration, because if what your plan isn't working, you need to adjust quickly.
That's correct. And it's only 4 minutes, in 4 minutes and 59 seconds, and about 4 seconds here as Nori Habimana goes up for the floater. And unfortunately, he's not able to get cleaned up there by Diane Gaston. Fakes it. Gaston goes for the 3 ball, but cannot pick it up. Hubert because there a long ball to Bizimungu, who does not manage to get the layup to go. Conversions of such, just make all the difference here in this high-pressure game as Gaston manages to convert on the opposite side of the court. He now has 12 points. Gaston making all the difference here. He's the 3rd largest contributor of those points behind Adonis Fowler and Craig Randall with 40 and 13. And fumbles the ball and just absolutely gives it back to APR with Adonis Fowler going for the 3 ball. Adonis just sinking it from that 3-point area, 110-86. That's now a very, very big lead. If we do some math here, it's about a 34-point lead. Wow. Whew. This is heartbreaking for all the Patriots fans, and very uplifting for APR fans, because it's clear. And that right there is that man, Jean Bourgeois. That man, Jean Bourgeois, who's getting subbed in. All the fans are standing up happy to see Jean Bourgeois back on the court, because he's just not gotten any time in this bad few series. And I even asked James Meyer the question, do you have any personal problems with Jean Bourgeois? And you know what he said? He said he's gonna keep personal family matters within the family. And I asked him again, do you think, is that an admission that there is a problem? But James Meyer putting him in right now just quarrels and squashes all those rumors. Jean Bourgeois is back on the court, and they're going to use him here for this last 4 minutes of the game here between them and APR. Who returns it, just tough fakes it, gets it to Jean Bourgeois. Ball to Dizaye. Donis Fowler at the top. Kisses the front rim and out. 3 minutes and 50 only left. It seems like Shobojo is a hometown hero here. A lot of cheers from the fans. The first time I've seen somebody get subbed in, even Craig Randall didn't get those cheers with all the 40 points that he has. So it seems like Shobojo is a fan favorite here. And we're going to see how he plays in this last 3 minutes and 31. Hubasaj Guzera sinking in, reducing this to 80 to 110. That's 30 points. As whatever Patriots are able to do here in this, unless they go on a 30-point run, then this game is pretty much out of hand. Adonis Fowler trying to drive down the middle. Gaston goes for the 3 ball. Gaston sinks it. They've just brought the tyranny of shooters here. Gaston, Nuitonza, when they're on the court, it's just bad because you don't know who to defend, because both of them are just going to absolutely give you a run for your money. Kick out to the baseline. Ball to Bruno Shima. Bruno Shima fakes it. Goes for the mid-range jumper, and it gets fouled. He's going to get a chance at the line.
So Nshobozwa is a veteran of RBL, right? So even though in this season we haven't seen him that much, we haven't seen him in the series thus far. I think this is the first game he's playing, but I could be wrong. And he's one of those players that feels very familiar. Like, we all know him. He used to be amazing, a phenomenal player. And he just hasn't had enough minutes, right? And so yes, there's that familiarity aspect, and that's why Craig Randall, who I feel like should be called the third, no offense to his family, just because he's such a great 3-point shooter.
Wow.
You know, yes, they know him, but they don't know him at the level that they know in Shobozoa and have had, time to kind of really see him develop as a player. So,
Gaston from the 3-point mark. Unable, long ball to Bizimungu, but Hubert Sarge and Bizimungu unable to connect. Whoa, with only 2 minutes and 38 seconds, with APR just leading by a tyranny of points. I mean, the tyranny is even a small word. It's going to be a 33-point difference. Now, right there's Shobozoa again getting the cheers from the fans. It seems the fans want the ball in Shobozoa's hands. Shobozoa just getting double teamed by Patriots. Returns it just 3-ball. Totally off the mark. Hubert Sarge going under the rim, and then Hubert Sarge has been a great story here to see. He's now at 15 points. Gaston going up again, response on the offensive side. I mean, this has been a band-for-band exchange, but that lead that APR managed to garner just unable. It's impossible, pretty much, to come back from it now with only 1 minute and 56. So Patriots just waiting to give us a show. Hubert Sarge ball with the Shimwe Emmanuel. Shema Didier, ball to Hubert Sarge again. Hubert Sarge comes down the middle, goes up with the left layup. Hubert Sarge just putting on a show by himself here on the offensive side. I mean, this guy.
Yeah, no, Hubert Sarge has definitely been having a very interesting game. He's now tied with Garba at 17 points as the lead scorers for Patriots. And it's been very interesting, right? Like, if you look at the scoreboard, Craig Randall is really the differentiator, right, with his 40 points. Otherwise, everyone else, both on the Patriots and the APR side, are under 20 points each.
Right. And that's Uitonze Justa again from the 3-ball. And he just cannot find his rhythm here. Uitonze Justa. We know him as a phenomenal 3-point shooter. And that's going to be a drive there by Bruno Shima, who gets fouled by Robbins. Only 1 minute left on the clock. The difference here is immaculate. It's a 30-point difference between these two teams. Hubert Sarge making all the difference here for Patriots in the last couple minutes. Gaston raining threes here in this last part. Gaston picking up a pretty good tyranny of points here, Gaston. He has, so far, 17 points. Gaston is the second largest contributor of points.
Gaston also he's gotten a lot more minutes in this game compared to what we've seen on average in the entire season. And, he is a good player, right? Like, there's no question about it. It's just that APR is full of good players. And yeah, I think one thing that's really shocking me as we go into this last minute of the game is how Patriots has done a fantastic job in being disciplined on fouls. They have 0 fouls in this last minute, in this last quarter. Well, APR in foul trouble.
That's right. And it seems like shooting practice here in this last few seconds of the game. Patriots just not giving up and going all the way to the last with Hubert Sarge getting the ball there. Ball to Bruno Shima. Baseline to Shema Didier. Shema Didier goes for the 3-ball and splashes it. Putting the Patriots now at 89 to 117 for APR basketball. I mean, what a game it's been to watch here as we clock in the last 23 seconds of the game. William Robbins looking for a pass there. Gets the ball to Bizimungu. Long ball to Bruno Shima. Bruno Shima. Slam by Bruno Shima, putting the Patriots at 91 to 117. I mean, the lead coming down here, but not that much. Shema Didier shooting the ball, and he can't get it to go. It's going to be congratulations to APR Lions for smashing the Patriots here in this fast game, in the first game of this 7-game series. First to 4 wins it. APR taking one down the belt, and it's going to be just absolutely nothing short of phenomenal in what we've seen in this game so far. I mean, it's been tyranny. It's been tyranny. It's been, just nothing short of special. But if you look at the scoreline, it's now 17 plus 9. What's 17 plus 9?
26.
26. So it's a 26-point difference. Patriots managing to bring that down significantly in the last part of the game with that second team coming on the court. We just have to see. We just have to see how Patriots are going to respond in the second game. I mean, this game was just an embarrassment on Patriots side. And all the Patriots fans, I mean, tell us in the comment section, what do you think your team should do? What do you think has been the takeaways from this game? And what did they do wrong, especially to be able to find themselves in this position? And shortly here we're going to be giving you the full-time statistics in this game. It's been, a good game to watch, but a tough watch still. And so at the end of the day, we want to see how this is gonna play out over the 7-game series.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Sonny has a lot to go and reflect on. It's interesting. Of course, they've lost the game and by a significant margin. That last quarter was their best quarter. That's the only quarter in which they outscored APR. They scored 30 points while APR only scored 20. And again, it's talking about the fact that, APR had a cushion. They didn't actually have pressure on them to be shooting. But even then, they still put 20 points in that quarter. So for a team that is high scoring, Patriots can't afford to let them go early and let them keep growing that gap. That's number one. Number two, it's interesting in terms of the scoring. Coach Sonny in one of the press conferences mentioned the fact that, Patriots generally scores above 80. And I think it's because they were struggling a bit with Reg. And they've done that, right? They've scored more than that average 80, but 91 was not enough. So he's going to need to up the ante. Yes, be good on defense. Fantastic job at not getting into too much foul trouble as a team. But that wasn't enough, right? You do need to stop the offense of APR. It's not just be good in terms of not getting into foul trouble, because even while in foul trouble, APR still were aggressive. They kept on pushing. They kept the tempo fast. It's an interesting matchup. But yeah, let's look at the full-time stats.
Right, and the full-time statistics here is 91 points for the Patriots, 117. Very high-scoring game, above 200 points in the game, which is a lot of scoring has been going on here between these two teams. Mostly lean on the side of APR. That's a 26 or so point difference. 46 is what the Patriots managed to get from the field goal side. 51 is what APR got from the field goal percentage. 3 points, Patriots improved from the first half. They've shot 27%, with APR shooting 31% from the three-point line. 41 rebounds is what what Patriots were able to get. APR getting 48. 17 assists is what Patriots got. 24 is what APR got. 11 steals man for man, Patriots and APR. 15 out of 26 free throws. Patriots taking more free throws and scoring more free throws than APR's 8 to 10. Showing what you were saying here, that APR took very few free throws because Patriots were being very careful not to go very hard defensively. And this starts here just speak a lot to this game. I mean, if you look at the percentages and the numbers, not that far from each other.
But one thing that these numbers are not showing you, right? We're looking at the percentages, but what's interesting is the volume, right? APR created more volume, and that quantity, when you then couple it with the percent, is why they won by such a large margin. Because if you're just looking at these stats and saying, okay, so Patriots they came back from a 0% at halftime to 27% three-point shooting in the second half, right? But they had an entire half where they didn't get any points from that. Whereas, APR had a better percentage in the first half. They maintained it in the second half. Their field goal average was just higher. So, yes, in terms of when they're making the shots, it seems like it's not too far off. But the number of shots being made also needs to increase from Patriots if they're going to have a chance.
That's correct. And that's been us tonight. My name is Chacha Boki, the one and only. And I was joined by the beautiful Christine. And we're going to be here for Game 2 very soon between these two teams. Let's see how Game 2 is going to fare. Are APR going to continue to dominate as they have today? Or is Patriots going to find a response and come back in Game 2 bigger and stronger? Let's find out next game. Good night.
Thanks, everyone.
Go back.
Before the arena lights shine, before the crowds fill the stands, it begins with a dream. A kid who watches, a coach who believes, a player who inspires.
Adoni playing with Adoni's triple fighter. Adoni.
A practice becomes a passion, a player becomes an inspiration, and a fan begins to dream. Rides can wait, meetings can wait, because moments like these don't. Basketball isn't just played inside an arena. It lives on dusty courts, in crowded streets, in homes gathered around the screen. It's in every neighborhood, bringing strangers together, turning quiet moments into unforgettable ones. Every game, every story, every fan, across nations, only on Okapi.